We are coming for you.
Please, do not forget us.
I will bring you home.
My mother knows you, human. I froze. When the alien child uttered her name, the Galactic Assembly had a rule: no species was allowed to make first contact with pre-warp civilizations without unanimous approval. Humanity had broken that rule, at least. That's what everyone believed. For 52 years, the galaxy debated the mystery. No evidence existed, no witnesses survived, yet every clue pointed toward Earth. Entire civilizations had disappeared from remote sectors after reporting encounters with impossible technology. Ships vanished. Star systems went silent. Ancient archives were erased. And somehow, every trail ended with a single word. Human, the accusation became a joke among politicians, a nightmare among military commanders, and a legend among children. Because no one had ever actually seen the supposed perpetrators, humanity looked ordinary, weak, young, late to the stars. Harmless, at least on the surface. Commander Elias Ward hated politics. Unfortunately, politics loved him. The 38-year-old human diplomat sat aboard the galactic cruiser Radiance while listening to yet another speech about humanity's suspicious history. Across the conference chamber, dozens of alien delegates argued. Awaken, as usual, a six-limbed senator slammed a tentacle onto a glowing podium. The coincidences are statistically impossible. Another senator hissed. You have no evidence. Then explain the missing archives. Explain your missing fleet. Explain why every witness described mammals. The room erupted. Elias rubbed his forehead. 3 weeks of this, 3 weeks trapped in diplomatic hell, 3 weeks wishing someone would eject him through an airlock. Then the emergency alert sounded. Every screen flashed crimson. The chamber fell silent. A hologram appeared, a terrified officer. Distress signal from Colony 9. The room stiffened. Colony 9 belonged to the Vorel Union. Population: 200,000. Mostly civilians, children, families, researchers the officer swallowed. We've detected an unidentified fleet. The hologram changed. Thousands of black vessels emerged from hyperspace, dead silence. Every delegate recognized them. The Ravagers, the most feared civilization in known space. They didn't conquer worlds, they consumed them. Entire ecosystems stripped bare, cities dismantled, populations harvested, no negotiations, no mercy, no survivors. The assembly erupted into panic. Military representatives shouted. Governors demanded action. Admirals argued about fleet deployment. Only Elias remained calm, because something bothered him. The Ravagers weren't attacking. Not yet. They were waiting. Hours later, a coalition fleet arrived, hundreds of warships, thousands of weapons. Enough firepower to crack continents. Still, the Ravagers waited, watching silent mist, predatory. Like they expected something. Then another signal arrived, not military, civilian. A child. A tiny Vorel girl appeared on the main display. Maybe 8 years old, silver skin, large luminous eyes, tears streaked down her cheeks. Behind her, alarms screamed. Smoke filled the room. Please help us. The assembly quieted instantly. The girl looked terrified. My name is Lyra. Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Then she looked directly at Elias, not at the assembly, not at the diplomats. At him, her expression changed, confusion, recognition, hope, and then she spoke words that froze his blood. My mother knows you, human. The room fell silent. Elias stared. The girl tilted her head. She said if monsters ever came. Her voice trembled. I should find Elias Ward. Every delegate turned toward him. The chamber became so quiet he could hear his own heartbeat. Elias stood slowly. What's your mother's name? The child answered, and the universe stopped. Sarah. Elias went pale, not shocked, not confused, terrified. The delegates noticed. For the first time since entering the assembly, the human commander looked afraid. One senator whispered, You know her? Elias didn't answer. His eyes never left the screen. The child smiled through tears. Mom said you'd remember. A memory hit him like a plasma blast 25 years ago. Earth, Montana, a farmhouse beneath endless stars, a woman laughing on a porch. His mother, Sarah Ward. Dead for 18 years. Impossible, absolutely impossible. Yet the child had spoken her name. The assembly watched. Nobody understood. Neither did Elias, at least not yet. Put me through to the colony. He said. The operators complied. The image expanded. The child sat inside a shelter. Dozens of frightened civilians surrounded her. Among them stood an elderly Vorel woman, silver hair, gentle eyes. A pendant hanging around her neck. The moment Elias saw it, he staggered backward. The pendant carried Earth's oldest symbol, a small silver dove. His mother's necklace. The room exploded with questions. Nobody received answers because Elias finally understood, and the truth was infinitely stranger than anyone imagined. 27 years earlier, before humanity joined the galaxy, before first contact, before anyone knew aliens existed, Sarah Ward had vanished. Officially, she died during a hiking expedition. Meech teams never found her. Case closed. End of story. Except it wasn't. Sarah had been abducted, not by enemies, by refugees. A damaged alien vessel crashed near her hometown. Its crew was dying. Its navigation systems destroyed. Its communications crippled. Sarah found them and helped for 3 years. He beneath mountains, unjun to humanity, unjunjun to history. When the ship finally repaired itself, the aliens offered her a choice: stay or leave. She chose to stay, not because she hated Earth, because she knew the refugees would die without her. Nobody ever saw her again. Except she hadn't vanished. She'd become something else. A legend. A protector, a mother. The elderly Vorel woman stepped closer to the camera. Tears filled her eyes. Elias. His breath caught. She knew him. Actually knew him. Your mother saved us. The assembly listened in stunned silence. The woman continued. Thousands of us. Images appeared behind her, historical recordings, ancient footage. A younger Sarah, smiling, teaching alien children, building shelters, healing the wounded, standing beside starships. Gasps echoed across the chamber, because the footage was real, authentic, verified instantly. No forgery, no deception. Sarah Ward had lived among the stars for decades. The woman smiled sadly. She became our family. Elias felt tears threatening. Where is she? The woman lowered her head. Silence answered. Gone. For a moment, grief overwhelmed him. Then the woman added something unexpected. Before she died, she left instructions. The room stiffened. If the Ravagers ever returned, she pointed toward Elias. Find her son. The assembly erupted again. How could Sarah predict this? How could she know? Then another image appeared. A hidden recording, Sarah herself, older gray-haired, but unmistakably alive. The chamber fell silent, every being watched. Sarah smiled at the camera. If you're seeing this, she laughed softly, then things are probably terrible. Even Elias smiled. That sounded exactly like her. Her expression became serious. If the Ravagers are back, there's something the galaxy doesn't know. Everyone leaned forward. Sarah inhaled slowly. The Ravagers aren't hunters. A pause. They're prisoners. Confusion swept the chamber. What imprisoned them? Someone whispered. Sarah answered. The species they're running from. A chill spread through every living being. Then she said the words that changed history forever. They're running from humanity. Chaos exploded. Delegates shouted. Military commanders demanded explanations. Security officers checked recordings. Everyone talked at once. Sarah continued. Not modern humanity. A pause. Ancient humanity. The room went dead silent because Sarah looked absolutely certain. Before recorded history, she said, our species wasn't confined to Earth. Stars appeared behind her. Ancient maps, forgotten coordinates, ruined megastructures. The first human civilization spread across the galaxy hundreds of thousands of years ago. No one breathed. Then they disappeared. Ancient ruins appeared, colossal cities. Impossible engineering. Technology beyond comprehension. Sarah pointed toward them. They didn't vanish. Another pause. They left, and suddenly every mystery made sense. The missing archives, the erased records, the vanished fleets, the Ravagers, everything. Humanity wasn't the youngest species, it was the oldest. Earth wasn't humanity's birthplace, it was their hiding place. The ancient humans had abandoned the stars intentionally. They erased themselves, buried their technology, started over, and whatever frightened them still existed. The recording ended. Silence consumed the assembly. Then Ravager ships began moving. Thousands accelerated simultaneously toward the colony. The coalition fleet scrambled. Weapons powered up. Defensive formations activated. Too late, because something else arrived first. A signal. Ancient, powerful, impossible, detected from deep space, then another, and another, and another. Millions. The galaxy's sensors overloaded. Entire sectors lit up. Objects emerged from places previously believed empty, dormant stations, ancient gateways, forgotten moons, dead stars, all awakening. The assembly watched in horror. An automated voice echoed across every communication channel, every language, every civilization, perfectly translated. Genetic confirmation detected, descendant identified. Elias Ward, Verfa. Elias froze, the voice continued. Matriarch Sarah Ward, oft a washivorsen sipped, every screen filled with coordinates. Then the impossible happened. Entire fleets emerged, not dozens, not hundreds, millions. Ancient human warships, waiting sleefming. Watching for thousands of generations, waiting for a single command, waiting for Sarah, waiting for Elias. The Ravagers immediately retreated. Not strategically, not cautiously. Terrified. Running. Because they recognized the ships, they remembered the predators of the galaxy were suddenly prey. And for the first time in recorded history, the Ravagers begged. They transmitted one desperate message. Please. The translation reached every species. Don't wake them. Too late. Across the stars, ancient human fleets activated. And somewhere beyond known space, something herds them, something older, something the ancient humans had hidden from, something now coming back. Elias stared into the endless sea of awakening stars. The child on the screen smiled. My mother said you'd help. He looked at her, then at the galaxy, then at the impossible inheritance left behind by the woman everyone thought was gone. His mother hadn't simply saved a few refugees. She had protected the future. And now that future belonged to him. The ancient fleets waited. The galaxy watched. The darkness beyond the stars stirred. And humanity finally remembered what it truly was.